Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to Gerard, Black in the Philippines at the Truth. I'm going to do something a little different this morning. This video is going to be like my moment of zen for all you in the United States under the snowstorms and blizzards and cold weather. Mia and I are enjoying ourselves at Escos's. To give you an idea where we're at, let me see if I can pan it around a little bit. And you can see there. You can see we are at the beach having breakfast. That's Cebu in the background there. Oh, yeah, Cebu. So let me stand up and kind of give you an idea. Make you all angry. Are you seeing it? Yeah. Make you all upset that this is how we're spending our Sunday morning in the last few days of February. I'll be swimming in there in a few minutes, probably after breakfast, so you probably get a kind of watch at that. So, okay. Me and I had often come here to eat breakfast before the kids. No, I'm only kidding. Before we started having children. No. We used to come and have breakfast all the time here. So, this morning I thought maybe, I'm not going to play tennis as much as I used to, because sometimes I feel so inadequate because I can't play as good as they can, and I feel like they say, no, you take him. No, you take it. No, let him be your partner. No, you be his partner. And that's the feeling that I'm getting. Although they're speaking in Bisaya, I don't understand, but it's obvious. It's obvious. It's like nobody really wants to play with me. I have this one guy there who he's an old guy. Him and I, he's about the same level as him and I. I mean, as I am, and him and I play. We used to always get there early and play, but he's in Cebu now. So, and for some reason or another, a lot of the real good players from Tanghai and what have you are coming earlier now. So they come like about 7:30, and by that time, my getting into one of those games is just. It's not that it's hard, it's just that it's embarrassing. But anyway, we're going to have our breakfast. But what I wanted to do is that, I want to say something about some of you who've been commenting on my videos. Okay. Okay, I'm going to talk to RH Blood. RH Blood, my brother, thank you for always commenting on my videos. I really appreciate you. And like I said in the comment in return, I watch your videos and I watched this one that gave a lot of information about the bloodline and, about the DNA and or the RNA, as far as the blood. And I was really fascinated by it. And I watched the whole thing. But, when I went to comment on it, I couldn't comment on it. For some reason or other, I couldn't leave a comment. So I was kind of disappointed about that. But RH Blood, thank you for rolling with me. Thank you for commenting on me and showing me that love. And also, Mr. Quackers. What a name. Thank you for rolling with me and supporting me. I really appreciate you. You're important to me. So I want to just give you a shout out and say thank you, Mr. Quackers. And Nate's Quest. Nate's Quest been commenting on me. Now, each one of these people who I am mentioning, I am encouraging you to subscribe to them. Often the time, a lot of videos people who comment on my YouTube channel, I do go and check out their YouTube channel because you click on it and it opens up to their YouTube page. And a lot of times there are no videos. It's just that they just started. They may have one video, just opening page. But be it as it may, keep in mind, I want you to know that I do try to look at all your videos, the ones who comment on me, so I can get an idea of who you are, and what you're up to. Okay, who else do I have here? Um, okay, Steve Brown. Steve Brown, I want to thank you for commenting on my show. Gave Oh yeah, yeah. He gave the video of Calvin and I, Calvin sometimes shoulders. He gave us both a lot of love on the show. This is our hostess with the mostest. This is Joy. Hello, Joy. This is my Scosis girlfriend. I haven't seen her in a long time, but she's here working. She's going to do a video for Scosis at the end. So you get to hear her talk, and she's going to tell you more about Escosis. So this way, hopefully, if you're in the area, that you can come by and partake. So as I was saying, he commented about the video that Calvin and I did, and said that it was how humbling it was, for Calvin to, to give me advice. Often the time people don't want to share, information about how to make you successful. A lot of you heard me talk about Bonnie Hilton Sweeney. She was the host of the pre-Grammy party. With Heaven Up Above, we know she's teaching people how to network. We love you, Bonnie, and Janae Dubois from Good Times. I come from an era where we often emphasize on networking. Networking, by that means that if I could tell you something, or if I can help you or give you something, that's not monetary, not some money. If I can support you, I would. I would do that. If I could introduce you to somebody, if I could tell you how to tweak what you're doing a little bit tighter so it'll run smoother for you, make it better for you, I would. And he commented how Calvin was willing to help me. He gave me some good advice, and you're seeing that I'm putting into action now. Posting my videos every day at the same time and doing every day. So because I was running around thinking, there must be some button I have to push to put my stuff out there. To increase my $11, which is what I made so far. But that only goes to show you that it is possible to make money. But he said no. He says you just have to just catch an album rhythm, whatever that is. But he said the way to do that is to post daily, every day at the same time. So I'm doing that. So I'm going to give a big shout out to Steve Brown, who commented about Calvin and I, and mostly on Calvin. Now, Billy Laser, LZER, he gave me one of the most, interesting. Let me make sure Mia's up. Mia, where are you? Oh, move the glass. I can't see you. Oh man. Been too bad that whole video. Okay, there you go. You're my eye candy. Come on. Okay. So anyway, he gave me something that touched my heart, I guess you might say. He said that he's in Oakland and it's so bad there. He said the only light is watching Calvin and my video, and to see how wonderful the Philippines is and how well we're doing. For those of you who don't know about Oakland, California, you just Google Oakland, California, and it can be a rough spot. It has some rough areas, just like in every city in the United States has some rough areas, and Oakland, has its history. So the fact that he can look at Calvin and my video and get a sense of calmness, a sense of tranquility. From watching our videos to know that it is possible for brothers to live somewhere else, is a good thing. So I really appreciate him, Billy, for saying that. And I know I'm going to do my best to keep posting videos, and of course, I'm sure Calvin's going to do his. Um, Okay, market focus. I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. He's a new subscriber. He put the section that he's new. Thank you. Welcome aboard. I hope you enjoy the ride. And just remember one thing: I will always love you more. So thank you for coming along. And um, I was going to say that I hope we don't disappoint you, but then I caught myself because I have a belief that no one can disappoint you. You can never disappoint me. The only person that can disappoint you is yourself. Up until then, everything will happen. Expect the unexpected, because the unexpected will surely be the death of all men. Okay. And of course, Obadiah Phoenix. Uh, said that that he's loving on the both of us. Who appreciate the video. So I'm going to thank him for commenting on the YouTube channel, and I'll put it right here, baby, and being a part of what we're doing. Okay, there was I think it might have been Steve Brown, the one who said he had commented and said that that we here being black in the Philippines is is that we're not black people, we are Americans. And that's a good point to make, a good question to ask, because often the time you hear Calvin say that he feels like an ambassador here to the Philippines because of who we represent, the United States. It's good being somewhere where people don't cross the street when they see you, or people watch you when you go in the store thinking that you're going to steal something. I told a story that when I first came to the Philippines, I sat at a bus station, and there was a woman sitting next to me. And when she sat next to me, she there was an empty chair, empty seat between us. You know how the seats are attached to one another. There was an empty chair between us, and she had a pocketbook in that chair and had her back turned, away from her pocketbook. In other words, her back. I had her back, her pocketbook at me. And I'm sitting there, and she saw me walk past her and sit down. And, of course, my just coming from the United States, I'm thinking, well, how long is it going to be before she turns around and take her bag, like this, and put it in front of her? Because that's what they do in the United States, how they give you the impression like you're going to steal something or something like that. And I sat there, for like about almost 15 to 20 minutes. And she, she never looked at her bag. She never looked at her bag. And I'm just thinking, oh, God, I'm in the right place. I don't feel like a pariah. I don't feel, dirty, sneaky. The way you are made to be felt like in the United States. And so it is good being somewhere that you are not treated as a black man, or just look at my skin and say, oh, he's black. So there's a whole a whole litany of images, that conjure up when someone says they're black. Here it's like you're an American and you're like an ambassador. Speaking of an ambassador, when I was in the United States, I also felt that I was like an ambassador, to blacks in the in America. And how did I do that? I did that. A lot of you know I can't read very well, but wherever I go, I would buy a newspaper. Okay, the lovely Joy is back with our orange juice. Thank you, Joy. Orange juice. Thank you. Mango juice. And mango juice. Thank you, Joy. Just 1 second. Mm, mm. Toast, my love. Mm. Mm. She got disrobed. Mm. So anyway, when I go to stores in America, like a 7-Eleven, and I look on the like I'm saying, I'm not a good I'm a very poor reader, but I would buy like Jet magazine. I would buy black periodicals that were on a newsstand that may be owned by you know Indians. Or, yeah, it's that I know that those magazines were not being sold there. As I get my impression, because they don't just seem to be moving. But I would do my best that whenever I see one, I would buy it. I would buy it to kind of let the owner know that yeah, there are people who read that magazine, and so and sometimes I walk into the store, I see a newspaper. Yeah, I buy a newspaper. I buy newspapers now, and they're piling up. It's not that I read them every time I buy them, but it's just to I buy a newspaper. Maybe because I want people to think I do, but that's my way of being an ambassador in the United States as far as being black. So it's good to be somewhere that you're not looked upon as a black man, but you're looked upon as an American. So it's a good feeling. Okay. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna pause right here. We're gonna watch a little bit of Judge Judy, which is one of our favorite shows, and I'll be right back when they have breakfast. Remember, you're watching Gerard, Black in the Philippines, with the truth. Okay, don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, share, and like. Tell a friend. And Mia, is there something you want to say? Oh yeah, come on, come on. I'm trying to get Mia to talk more on camera. Let go of that. Come here, give me a second. Oh, Mia. Don't worry, I'm grooming her good. Okay, and if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ali Woodson, formerly singing the Temptation one song, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, never say no and make him feel like a king. I'll talk to you later. Peace. Okay, welcome back. Our food has arrived. I was just gonna go jump in the water, but a lot of pepper came up that joint. Not like at home. At home, you gotta shake, shake, shake. This is an American breakfast. Let me see if I can do it this way. Um, it's just 2 eggs, sunny side up, ham, and toast. Mia has, what do you have, Mia?
Cheese, ham sandwich.
So,
Hot dog.
hot dogs. Boy, Filipinos love their hot dogs. I swear, boy. They eat them all the time. So, anyway, we're going to chat out here a little bit and see if there's any. I know I'm kind of cut off there at the top, but that's the only way how I can get the table so you can see the food. I have an unusual way of eating, I guess you might say. My uncle used to laugh at me and say, boy, you put everything in a sandwich. I said, yeah, I put everything into a sandwich. So I break my toast up, and now I got 4 pieces, so now I get 4 little sandwiches. The ham here, a lot of them, I was able to buy ham once in a can that tastes pretty good, but they sell it like in these little packages. I'm sure you've seen them before, like lunch meat. These little small lunch meat packages that have maybe about 10 slices in or something like that. So and they usually have um, it in these cans, like canned tuna, canned ham, or canned meat. They call it. They call it what they call it. Meat. Just canned meat.
Corned beef?
Yeah, like
Meatloaf, like
yeah,
luncheon meat.
yeah, just luncheon meat. So that's what they call it, just like luncheon meat. Thank you, darling. So I don't know why, but for some reason this morning I got up and I said, let's come here and have breakfast. Mm, mm, help. Let's try to sit up so you can continue watching your movie.
Orifice. If the antidote isn't administered within 30 seconds, you're dead. Fun fact. Pain poison happens to use sauce. It's got sick water. It's the water doing on the screen.
So she can continue on watching her movie.
Still outside, lady.
You know,
I'm not witness to the expenditures. In using guns for life, loss, and their whacking on it. Did you just say what? They ain't doing that. I think about independence. I'm just into money things to lose, so they don't whack me.
I recommend that you should come visit the Philippines. You know, I'm kind of brokenhearted. I'm kind of brokenhearted that I found this place so late in my life. I would love to have found this place in my 40s or even 50s. But, I guess this is the best time because I am enjoying the best years of my life now. Vince brought me 2 cartons of Newports. And already I very much wanted to give them back. Because the thought of having to smoke all these cigarettes is overwhelming. And I like the Filipino tasting cigarettes better because they're a lot lighter, the ones I smoke. So because these are a little harsher, I feel a little more, I feel tingling in my throat that I don't like to feel, that I often feel whenever I smoke Marlboros. I want to give a shout out to my brother. My brother, who's going on about his 100th day of stop smoking. I tell him I'm so proud of you that he's able to do it. I stopped for many years and started back. But anyway, we got invited today to a celebration in the church. It's Mike Chris's teacher, Raphael's teacher, who they're doing some type of church celebration, and they invited us. Of course, I don't mind going to the Filipino church. Although I don't understand what they're saying. Oftentimes they speak their own languages. But, you know, if you sit there long enough, you can get the vibrations and kind of feel it. I mean, they don't, you know, do like in a Baptist church or something like that. But, you know, it does get kind of, you know, you can't be as attentive, not knowing the language. Mm. It's such a beautiful day. In fact, instead of watching me eat so much, I can still talk to you. While you enjoy the picture. Yeah, while you enjoy the tranquility of my view. The water looks so peaceful, so calm. It's nice. That's okay. It's unfortunate that there are no fish here. When I first came here, when I moved into Cebu, back home, the first thing I wanted to do was get a fishing pole. I wanted to get a fishing pole because I saw myself with one of those long poles and going wee push and fish like that. Beach like surface fishing like this, and you put it down and relax like this and wait for a fish to bite. But when I was talking about buying a pole, going fishing, my caretaker told me, he says, there's no fish in there. I said, what are you talking about? This is a sea. This is ocean. This is water. There's got to be fish. He said, no. Someone told me that they don't have fish here because they netted them out. Netting fish is a daily activity that people do around here just to eat. So because of that, a lot of the big fish, or fish that you would catch, aren't around here along the shoreline. You would have to really kind of go out to fish. But I was very disappointed because I wanted to fish, of course. But that's what they told me. Said there's no fishing here. And then I did do some snorkeling on the same beach here because I live right next door here. I did some snorkeling, and when I did snorkeling, me and I, that was one of my dreams, to have a nice, beautiful girl to paddle around inside the water with snorkeling like this and holding hands and pointing at different things in the water. And I think our snorkeling only lasted about maybe about 4 trips till I saw a sea snake. When I saw a sea snake, I thought, oh, that's it, out of the water. When I go in the water, I only go up to like waist deep because I'm afraid of sharks. And then someone told me that there are no sharks in the Philippines. I said, what are you talking about? Why not? He said, they ate them all. And so it's kind of funny. But I did Google sharks in the Philippines. I don't know where in the Philippines, but I know they do have sharks. So, so that kind of curtailed my snorkeling that much. Plus, around my shoreline, you can see the water here. It's nice. It's nice. But when you go in, you're stepping over onto big rocks. They're big, like, volcanic type of rocks that you have to walk on. Oftentimes you slip on, you can hurt yourself on. So you really have to go out in the water to really get a good feel for the water, and that's not for me. That's not for me. So I don't like swimming in the ocean. I don't like walking in the woods. And believe you me, there are some nice mountain type. I mean, really jungle looking stuff that I would love to go. Or have dreamt about walking around on, but it's not something I would do. When I was in Tahoe, I saw a tree that had these big bear claws on it, so I don't walk in the woods no more. So, so anyway, so I don't do that anymore. But anyway, other than that, so this is just about as close as I get to the beach. We bring the boys here. I bring the dogs. Helen, my husky, I have to pull her in and hold her by the leash the whole time when she's in the water because, if I take Helen off the leash, she's gone. The other two are okay. So anyway, just hold on. Mia's finished her breakfast. Let me finish mine. And then give you a little water activity to really get you feeling really jealous that you are not in the Philippines. I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, one other thing I want to tell you about the water. We had a friend, his name, well, I'm not going to mention his name because I'm going to get me out of here, even though she's watching a movie. No, it's okay. Too much stuff. Okay, so I had a friend, and he had went swimming. He had a scuba diving business, as well as a restaurant business. And he had gone scuba diving or snorkeling, and inside the water, he hit one of those rocks I was telling you about and had a gash in his leg. He felt it wasn't nothing serious. He did home remedy, put whatever peroxide or whatever he did on alcohol and what have you. And people were telling him that he should go to the hospital, but he didn't think that it was, that bad for him to go to the hospital. But then over a period of time, the wound started changing colors, and so there was a lot of concern and a lot of pressure by people close to him to tell him go to the hospital, and he just refused. There's some speculation that it might have been because of what it would cost him to go to the hospital to get treated, but he decided not to. But finally, they did get him to go to the hospital, and when he went to the hospital, by that time, the doctors had told him that the infection had traveled throughout his body, and there was nothing that they can do for him anymore. And he died. He died from a scratch on one of those rocks I was telling you about, one of those volcanic rocks that they have in the water and what have you, or on a coral or what have you. And just to show you how dangerous it could be if you don't take precaution, or if anything, going to a doctor when something like that happens. Okay, I'll be right back. I want to throw that story in because that was another example of how dangerous this water can be. It's about our fourth time trying to do this video, but it's very busy here. Joy, tell everybody where we're at. Tell everybody where we're at. You gotta look at the camera, Joy. Sorry. Okay, we'll do it another time, okay, Joy? Joy, just look this way, Joy. Okay. Okay, Joy, I got to pay you. How am I going to pay you, Joy, if you don't look this way, Joy? Here. Joy is one of the workers here at Escosas.
This
How,
one.
how many rooms do they have here, Joy?
8 rooms,
They have 8 rooms, and how much do the rooms go for?
1-8
They go
and 1-9.
1.8
Yes, and 1-9.
and 1.9. There are a lot of events that goes off here, the wedding, parties, right? If someone wanted to rent here, how much it cost to rent here? I'm doing an advertisement. This is what she should be doing. I'm gonna try to get as much information out of her as I can. So what's the cost of renting Escosas for the day? To hold a special event like a wedding?
It's 350 for the day.
It's $350 per head.
That's
And,
free food.
250 per head. That's plate, so they feed you. And what type of cuisine here? They have pretty much everything, right? All kinds of food. Yes. Okay. We've seen some weddings here. They are. I don't know who their decorator is, but it is beautiful, and the music is good. We hear them all the time at our house. How long you been working here, Joy?
5 years.
5 years. and there she, and there she goes. Okay, we're gonna end it right here. Thanks for watching Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans. The waiting action never disrespect the other or pull something up. And sometimes you're the only one to see your vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. We're living good today, baby, here in the Philippines. I mean, you got to come check it out. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ali Woodson, former lead singer of the Temptation One song, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, never say no. And treat him like a king. We'll talk to you later. Want to thank me on the camera. And remember, I'll always love you more. I'll talk to you later. Peace.